Wasting money on cures. Forgot how to fix myself. They say that time is free. Then why is it so precious? Oh, I'll save memories in my head, like Polaroids on walls. They remind you to look ahead. Time is running out. Time is running out. Lately I've lost my track. I've sailed the deeper seas, hoping to find something to bring back better times. Oh, I'll save memories in my head, like Polaroids on walls. They remind you to look ahead. But time is running out. 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 Time is running. Time is running out. But time is running out. What if my best days are over? They can't be over. They can't be over now. Time is running out. What if my best days are over? They can't be over now. Time is running out. Time is running out. Time is running out.
Hi there, it's Jim and Graham here. We are back after half term. You're right, Jim. You're just sorting out your makeup, or you?
I was just, yeah. I'm all right.
So we're half term. Well, so welcome back after. Hopefully, you had a good half term holiday, and it's a busy old time, isn't it? Next 4, 5, 6 weeks with mock exams and getting ready for mocks after Christmas. So we're here this week and next week, and then we're on the road, aren't we, G? We're doing our Strong Foundations workshops in Leeds, Manchester, Birmingham, and London. So if you're joining us for those for Year 13 A-Level Business, that would be great to meet you.
No bonfire night, but there'll be fireworks tonight, Mandy. I'm going to show you of that.
Good stuff. Right, we've got a marketing focus tonight. We're doing a bit of market research, a bit of segmentation, and some other marketing topics that we've drawn together. And but as always, we start with our big reveal. Graham, do you want to take us through this one? I don't think anyone's going to get this.
I don't think so, but it's very apt given what's well, I don't want to give the game away. So clue number 1.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
And what's the brand of the business? So it was founded in 1921. So if you're sat there thinking, A-Level Business that was founded in 1922,
Yep, can't be
great
connected.
news here, but not for us because it was founded in 1921. Clue number 2.
I think there's people out there, lots of people joining us live who type these clues into ChatGTP.
Well, what's the point? What's the point of that? What's the point? There's no point. First location in Oxford Street.
That's London, yeah?
Yeah, that London. Down that London. Clue number 3.
So it sounds like it's a retailer.
Well, let's hope so. That's clue number 3.
Oh.
In 2013, it went to administration.
I remember this happening. I remember it happening.
Yeah.
Seems like a long time ago, but it's not that long. It's 12 years, isn't it?
No, it's not Boots.
Boots is quite a few answers coming in. Boots. No, it's not Boots. No, Boots hasn't gone into administration. It's now privately owned. It's not. Yeah. It's never gone bust.
Clue number 4.
Clue number 4.
Also, it was bought by Sunshine Records in 2019.
Answers in the live chat with question marks after them don't count, do
Oh,
they, G?
yes, they've got the right answer. Mandy. Oh, Mandy. Question, clue number 5. Logo has a dog called Nipper on it. And it is, of course, it is,
It is
we
indeed
got
not
it.
Greg's. Everyone just automatically assumes it's Greg's. I don't know how many times we've done Greg's. It's probably only once or never.
HMV.
Yeah.
Do you know,
Now,
speaking of
why is that
administration,
apposite as we speak, G? We were just
John
talking
Lewis,
about this.
John
weren't we?
Lewis advert, and someone who collects records myself. And I went. To be fair, I only shop in independent stores. The stuff at HMV should be wearing masks. It's very expensive, but it's very popular. Speaking of administration, my local dog's home went to administration last week.
Did it?
Yeah, they've called in the retrievers. So on that, I just thought that was linked to a dog called Nipper there. It is
Very good.
HMV, Dan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
the
is.
answer.
Well done. A couple of people mentioned Jessop's in the live chat. That also went bust. That was a famous camera shop. Don't think that's still around, but that was at about the same time it went bust. A difficult
lost focus,
time for
didn't they?
retailers in the
lost
early 2010s.
Yeah,
Okay, good stuff. Right, we're going to start off with some MCQs. I'll do the first one. Now, obviously, not every exam board has MCQs, but don't worry. We use these as a means of testing knowledge and understanding of, in this case, marketing concepts, starting with segmentation. So if we segment a market based on characteristics such as age and gender, what type of segmentation is that? Is it behavioral, geographic, income, or demographic? What do we think? It's something to do with segmentation. I've worked that one out. A, B, C, or D. Maybe give you another 10 seconds to have a go. Lots of different ways of segmenting a business, which is splitting a market up into different smaller parts, segments. I always think chocolate orange. Terry's chocolate orange is the way to remember.
Quite linked to niche markets as well. Not always, but because some segments are mass markets, but niche market links to segmentation.
Charlotte, Felicity, Mr. Danners, and Chow, and lots of others have gone for B. Let's have a look.
Yeah,
It's B, demographic. I think demographic segmentation is possibly the most common method of segmentation. I think it is. If I think back to my time in the travel industry, targeting holidays for 18 to 30-year-olds or older people on cruises. Now, you might argue some of that's income segmentation, but we tended to target people by their age and their gender. Not always. Yeah. Now, obviously, you don't have to choose one, do you? You can do combinations of segmentation bases, but I think it's quite popular. We are age and gender, I guess, sort of young, middle-aged men, I guess, aren't we? I would say.
I am.
Over to you, Gene.
So, price skimming involves setting a low initial price when a product is first launched. True or false? Qualitative research. So there's a question about market research here. It's about finding out opinions, motives, and consumer behavior. So, price skimming examined by EdXL a couple of years ago, very badly answered, I believe, if the examiner's reports are to be believed. A lot of students getting confused between price skimming and other pricing strategies. So qualitative. So some students going for A, most going for C, but some going for A. So a bit of if we're going for A, then I think we believe that statement 1 is. So we believe that statement 2 is true. But statement 1 is, so maybe statement 1 causing a little bit of issues here. Shall we reveal the answer? Yeah, price skimming is not setting a low price, that's penetration pricing.
Yep.
Where qualitative research is about finding opinions, motives, and consumer behavior. Don't mistake that for quantitative, which is more about, more easily to analyze numbers, really.
Data, yeah.
Qualitative is about finding out why someone buys something. Maybe quantitative about how many people buy something. They're the differences, really. I think that's a good way to do it.
Skimming often associated with high new technology, isn't it? Where you're prepared to pay a high price to be the first to own something. It's skimming off the early adopters. Well done. Next question. A formula to calculate market share. Well, it's one of those, and it appears to be something to do with total market sales and actual sales. Yeah. So that doesn't actually help us eliminate any of the 4. But one of those is the formula for calculating market share. Really important formula to know.
Well, if you know how it's expressed, then that rules 2 straight out.
It does. And I deliberately avoided saying how it's expressed, G, for that very same reason.
Oh, I must well,
so what do we think?
Lots going for D.
Yeah, no, we've not. Yeah, really good. Well done. Lots of
These
people in the
audience
live
numbers
chat.
aren't through these guys. You
Yeah,
can't.
going for D. Let's have a look. It is indeed D. So yeah, well done. So it is. It's actual sales. So market share is the proportion, the percentage of the total market that a particular product or brand or company has. So it's going to be their actual sales divided by the total market sales. So let's say you've got a business that makes 10 million of sales and it operates in a market of 100 million. That's 10 over 100, but you have to express it as a percentage, 10%. So despite keyboard errors from one or two people who pressed B rather than D, it is D. Always express market share as a percentage.
Okay, so another two-statement question. Secondary market research is collected firsthand for a specific purpose. I think I made a little typo on there. Secondary market research is collected firsthand for a specific purpose. True or false?
Yep.
Penetration pricing is most useful in mature markets with little competition. So is secondary market research collected firsthand for a specific purpose? Is that true or false? Is penetration pricing useful in mature markets with little competition? I thought that was a tough question, especially
Yeah, that's
statement
hard.
2. I thought it was hard, but a lot of students here may have the right answer.
Yep. That's a hard question. That these
It's a
two
hard
statement
question.
questions obviously appear in the AQA specification, not in the other boards, but it's worth having to go at them because they
Good
do
practice, isn't it?
elicit understanding.
No. So should we reveal the answer? I think
I would
everyone's
say
got it.
80% of the live audience are going for D,
Yeah.
and it is D.
It is true. So primary research is collected first hand for a specific purpose, and penetration pricing, is a strategy where there's maybe the market's quite competitive, so businesses are launching lots of new products, trying to get market share, which means to set a low price to grab that initial market share. So you would assume penetration pricing is most useful in dynamic markets.
Yeah,
with a lot of
dynamic growth
competition.
markets where you're trying to grab a share of the market. Yeah, exactly that.
So great work, everyone.
Okay, we've got one more. Yeah, one more.
Yeah, there's another one. So market segmentation increases the ability of a business to meet customer needs because it prevents targeting specific groups. Targeting a market segment with unique needs where there are few substitutes makes demand more price elastic.
Also, we're linking it with price elasticity here, which is smart. I like that. To think about those quite carefully, don't you? Yeah. I think statement 1 is, I think it's easier than statement 2, I think. Yeah. Got a mixture of answers coming here. We've got some A's, B's, C's and D's.
What do we think?
Charles gone for D. One or two others have gone for D as well. A couple of C's. Charlotte's gone for D. Should we have a look?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah, so I think maybe one's quite badly worded. I think maybe I've not worded that one correctly, really. So it does increase the ability of a business.
It avoids targeting specific groups, doesn't it?
Yeah, avoids really. So yeah, but that second one, targeting a market segment with unique needs, where the few substitutes makes it more price inelastic. I think. So I think that was maybe a slight error on my part with statement 1, but statement 2, targeting a market segment with unique needs where there are few substitutes makes demand more price inelastic. So if you've got a product that's unique, people are generally prepared to pay more, making the product more price inelastic.
Yeah, statement 1's interesting, wasn't it? Because I was thinking about this on the way down to this session, that segmentation, the benefit is that you use your marketing budget more precisely, better targeted. Yeah. And part of that is not marketing to people who aren't going to buy from you. So actually that statement is correct, because it does mean that you don't target people who aren't going to buy, and therefore you're more likely to meet customer needs because
well done.
You're trying to meet that. You're trying to meet their needs. So it is true, and
the question
it's a reason why segmentation is so important when it comes to the promotional mix.
Yeah.
So, good question. Okay, well done. Now we've got a couple of calculations today. I'll set this one off, set the clock off, and then G will take us through the answer. We've got a market share calculation. So now we've done the formula for market share earlier, so we should now know what it is. We're going to have to express our answers as a percentage. We've got to now. We thought long and hard about these business names, and we came up with business B.
Well, I did,
achieved sales of 5 million, and they had a 10% market share. Now this year, they estimate that the market size will increase by 10%, and that their sales revenue will increase by 2.7 million.
That's a good question.
Using those data, can you work out the estimated market share of business B this year? Have a go.
Good question.
I'll
That
look
busy
at-
space
I'll look
located in Sunderland. I know that. That's one thing I do know. So what you have
So
to do
what
there,
have
you
we
have
got?
to
We're told sales revenue of 5 million, and that was a 10% market share. So we can work out what the market size was last year, can't we?
yeah. So yeah, you got to work backwards here.
Yep. Okay.
I have reason to believe, and I'm going to work it out again, just to make sure.
Okay. So let's think about this.
I've got the market size here.
Feels like it's not as high as some people are saying 60. It feels like it's more sort of 14, 15% to me. Just put it in the head. I reckon the market size last year was 50 million. And that's going to go up by 10%. So it's going to be 55 million this year. And their sales are going to be 5 plus 2.7 divided by 50. That's about 14, 15% roughly, I would say. What do we think?
Yeah. 14%, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it
Yeah,
is.
well,
lots of people are going for that. Nikita, those who've had a little bit of time to work it out, thinking it's 14%. Should we have a look? Take us to it, G.
Yeah, so basically, we had to work backwards here. So if we knew the sales revenue was 5 million, which gives the business a 10% market share, therefore the size of the market must be 50 million, which is 5 million divided by 10 times 100. So that's 50 million. We increased that by 10%. So I multiplied that by 1.10. You could have just found 10% of 50 million, added it on. Either way is relevant. Then we increased the sales revenue by 2.7 million. And there's our classic market share formula, 7.7 million divided by 55 million, an estimated market share of 14%.
Now, if that was an AQA NXL calculation question, the important thing there is the workings, isn't it? So if you get 14%, you get the marks. But if you don't, and you don't show your workings, zilch.
Yeah, definitely. Great answers there, everyone. That's a tough question, because you had to work backwards there.
So Elizabeth and Minnie and others who managed to get that done in a minute or less.
That's an AQA style question.
Dan's asking, I'd like to know what shampoo you use, Jim. Well, as you can probably tell, I do use shampoo, but it lasts me a long time. I used to use Wash and Go, but now it's just Go.
Yeah, I realised I was going bald and it was taking longer to wash my face.
Love it. Right, we've got a couple of these, and now it's our favourite activity, and we're getting. I think the live stream audience each week are getting better and better at this. Here's the deal: we set you a task. The task is always in the middle of the spinner, the purely random spinner generated by AI, and it will land magically on one of those 6 businesses. And what we want is an answer that is about that business that answers the task. So if it lands on Odeon Cinemas, the answer will be about cinemas, not about aircraft.
Why does everyone think it's always going to land on Greg's? It's random.
It is. Anyway, should we spin?
We should find out. Yes, we should find out.
So the task this time is factors affecting the pricing strategy of. Let's spin it.
We want application here.
Yep.
I want application.
And as normal, we'll stick 1 or 2 answers on the screen if you want to have a go. Can you believe it?
Stand on Greg's. So what might affect the pricing strategy of Greg? So interestingly, in the news, Greg's have increased their prices
several times.
They give a main reason the other week. So I'm not going to sort of spoil that one. It was in the news.
There is disbelief that this is a random spinner, but we'll prove it's a random spinner.
Wasn't Greg's last week? It wasn't.
Anyway, it is Greg's, so let's stick with it. What factors affect the pricing strategy of Greg's, but using words that make it about, obviously, it might be a relevant factor, but about Greg's. So just for example, just putting Greg's emoji in the live chat is not a factor affecting the pricing strategy.
Interesting, Jimmy, that I was going to be called Greg. That was what they were going to call me. This plump of a Greg. A true story. Cost of meat. So the cost of the ingredients, such as meat.
Yep.
That would influence the price they charge. The cost of the ingredients, there's our application, such as meat for their steak bakes, perhaps. Or I love that one, Mini Bin Wimp, competing with McDonald's and Costa. Maybe they need to keep the prices. That's a competitive pricing strategy.
Yeah,
cost
so they
if they do import any ingredients or anything from here, then that would certainly have an impact.
That would be an example where we want to do some such as, so cost of imports, such as seasonings, or such as packaging, or whatever it is.
Exactly. Price consumers.
Longer answers coming in now. Let's have a look at this one.
Brand strength's a good one as well, like brand strength.
Yeah.
Labour cost. Now, labour costs, Child Blue. Can we put labour costs on? Because I think in the news they said the NI, the increase cost them 20 million, I think. Was it 200 million? Oh, so anyway, so that'll put up. So I noticed the first time the sausage rolls are 135 now. They were £1, they're 120. I think they're 135 now. So increased price of sausage rolls because it takes longer and harder to farm flour because of limited rainfall.
Seasonal variations in pricing. So seasonal impacts on the availability of supply. Impacts pricing, doesn't it? Definitely does. And we know that, don't we? When you're looking at products, not Greggs, or a little bit of Greggs with chocolate. Cocoa is in short supply, therefore they're not adding as much chocolate in as possible.
Should we have a look at what we had, Jim? So I think, so basically, we went for three different things there. The cost of ingredients, such as flour and meat, for the sausage rolls. The level of competition in the food on the go market from competitors such as Subway and Pret. Fixed costs, such as the rent on the bakeries and the wages of staff who work in their shops. Shops is application, Jim, because Greggs sell their products in shops. It's application.
And that wouldn't work if it was Holiday Inn or Ryanair or Skoda or Odeon Cinemas. So
Jim,
the idea of the application spinner, and it's well worth practicing these as you get ready for mocks before or after Christmas, is just using such as. So if you have a generic word like ingredients, the cost of supplies, say such as ingredients for the sausage rolls, and that is application. If you talk about competitors, well, who are the competitors in this case? Such as Pret and Subway.
Okay.
It adds application to your answers, therefore adds marks.
Let's
do a quick calculation.
It's a tough question.
Okay.
This is a tough question, I think. So Lebanese a Scrooge.
Yep.
It's a Lebanese takeaway in Sunderland. It sells on average 300 chef specials a week, each priced at £15. Due to an increase in local competition, customers have become more price sensitive. Therefore, and the owner estimates that the price elasticity demand for the chef specials is now minus 2.5. So based on the fact that more competition, customers have become more price sensitive. They decided to decrease the price. That's a factor affecting pricing strategies and competition for the price. But they're recognising now, because customers become more price sensitive, that the chef special is more price elastic, because that's what that minus 2.5 means. So basically, based on a 10% decrease in price, what would happen to the weekly sales revenue of the chef specials?
Okay.
This is a tough question.
Have a go. So we're minus 2.5. So that tells me that for every 1% change in price, quantity demanded will change by 2.5%, doesn't it? That's how that works.
So we can find out based on the 10% price decrease, the increase in quantity demanded. We can work that out.
Yep. We have an entire department coming up with creative names. We're building a case study about a biscuit entrepreneur called Jamie Dodger. That'll be next week.
Oh yeah, we've got a very good musical entrepreneur coming up next, haven't we?
We have.
Mel.
So what do we think? We need to calculate what the revenue will be of chef specials if Lebanese Scrooge decreases the price by 10%. So a lower price, which presumably means more chef specials sold. No, yes, that's right. Falling price.
We just want the weekly revenue, don't we? So we don't have to say if it's going to decrease or not, but if you want to do that extra calculation, you could.
Yeah.
But we just want to really test it. So what we wanted to get from this activity, Jim, was recognising that when markets become more price sensitive, businesses may respond by reducing the price, especially if they believe their products are price elastic. So pricing strategies and price elastic demand, they're like Jim and Graham, aren't they? They're inseparable.
True, and we've got some different numbers in the live chat feed. So some different calculations, and I'm not saying whether any or all of them are. Well, obviously not all of them are wrong or right. We'll go through this. So let's just go through the logic there, AJ. So am I right to think a 10% decrease in the price, you'd expect that to increase the volume sold
by 25%.
It's going to be 25%, isn't it? 25% more chef specials due to a 10% decrease because it's minus 2.5.
I think it's 375 chef specials.
Yeah, let's go through the working, shall we?
At the lower price. So basically, therefore, the change in price was 10%. Therefore, the increase in quantity demanded was 25%, 10 times the 2.5. Always remember, when I tutor students, I use like a triangle. Percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price equals a coefficient. Therefore, if you multiply the percentage change in price by the coefficient, you will get the percentage change in quantity demanded. That's how it works. So therefore, 25% increase in quantity demanded.
Yeah.
That means they're now going to sell 375 chef specials. Ducks over pond, Mandy. Ducks over pond. That's the way to do it. Now, that's only for EdXL students, obviously, because AQA students don't really need to work out the PED calculation, but you didn't need to for this, to be fair. Now, new price, it's £13.50. We've reduced that by 10%.
Yep.
Therefore, the new weekly revenue is £5,062.50. Great work, everyone, if you got that. And I just want to do a little bit further analysis here. This is how you can increase your marks. It's okay saying, Jim, isn't it, that, if they reduce the price, they're going to sell an extra 75 chef specials, but have they got the resource to do that? Have they got the people working in the kitchen to do it? Have they got the ingredients? Have they got the ingredients to do it? So have they got the delivery drivers, perhaps, if they have a delivery service? So really, it all whether or not they do make that revenue depends whether they can actually meet that demand. That's a key. That's a key ingredient, if you pardon the pun, in this answer.
And that's gonna be a key takeaway for me from that activity.
Oh dear.
Anyway, someone's asking what the duck is that? Ducks over pond. Do you want to explain briefly ducks over pond, G?
So for EdXL students who need to work out the price elasticity of demand coefficient, so it's a percentage change in quantity demanded over percentage change in price. So D is at the top, demand, duck. Price at the bottom, pond, P, because ducks always, unless the duck's in trouble, generally on top of the If the duck can't swim, then maybe it might be duck under pond. But generally, most ducks I see are on top of the pond. Ducks over pond. Ducks on pond, sorry.
There
ducks
we go.
on pond.
Love that. Most ponds aren't very deep, are they? Because they only come halfway up the ducks.
That's true. Yeah. If the ducks put the feet down, they would just waddle out, wouldn't they, to be fair? Okay, so...
Oh, no, we've got one more application spinner. Let's do a quick fire now. Would you believe it? Greg's has disappeared. So a bit more on market segmentation. We talked about the different bases of segmentation. So we're going to spin it. And come on, live chat. We're looking for how market segmentation might benefit. Not Greg's. It's going to be one of these six. How market segmentation might benefit one of these six. Here's spin the wheel.
All I will say is this business on here, who it may land on, I've got no idea, have been ringing me relentlessly since I cancelled my subscription last year. Since Sunderland got in the Premier League, I've got the games now, so I don't need to.
Okay.
So Sky TV, how could market segmentation benefit?
Okay.
Sky TV. So
we're looking for answers, words that are about Sky TV. Oh, Greg's is on there, so I didn't see it. But not about IKEA or not about Marks and Spencer's. Something that makes this applied to Sky. This is what we mean by application. Using words and phrases and context that help apply your answer. Makes a massive difference to your exam marks. It really does.
It does. It does.
How many more calls do you think you'll get from Sky before you succumb and buy their TV footage packages? I want Discovery?
I want something.
You've not got one of those fire sticks, naughty fire sticks.
I'm a professional, Jim. I don't dabble in illegal things like that. No, I only subscribe to DAZN, DAZN, because I only watch, apart from Sunderland, I only watch Italian football in Milan. So I only watch Italian football. So introduce features that make customer needs, such as the mic. That's a really good end. So maybe that's a good segment, really. For example, maybe people who can't be bothered to even press the button on the remote control can just talk into it now. In the old days where you have to physically turn the TV over, now you just have to speak into the control. That's a great one. Oh, that's a good one. So demographic segmentation.
Nice.
Targeting adults with certain TV shows. No, I don't think Chichi was encouraging pirating. I certainly wasn't. But I think sometimes, what the customers of Sky, I would call them subscribers. And that's a really good term, is subscribers. Broadcasting.
Nick Casey's got some good application there. Words like broadcasting, regions, that's application.
Well. For example, I'd like some programs in Mackem, which is the Sunderland language, you see. Make it easy to understand. Demographic situation of income, high monthly payments, access multiple stats. I mean, that is a phenomenal answer.
Yeah, that would be demographic and income segmentation, wouldn't it?
That teacher, Mr. Danners, that teacher. That's a great answer. It's a great answer. Demographic segmentation through income, for example, helps with future potential of offering additional products like channels, movies, upgrading. Honestly, I'm blown away by the.
Just by using words like upgrading and channels, that is application. It makes it about Sky TV, and it's a relevant point.
Great to see a lot of students subscribing to different methods of application, such as seasoning and industry-specific language. So,
well done. Right, we've got 4 minutes, haven't we, for our final activity? We're bang on time today. So thank you, Charlotte, for your...
Let's quickly reveal the answer very quickly.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Let's reveal the answer. Yeah, why not?
So, it may allow Sky TV to develop TV packages which are tailored to different segments, such as Sky Sports, Sky Cinema, Sky Kids. By offering a different range of packages, Sky can attract more viewers, such as sports fans. But Jim supports Harrogate Town, so you can't really call him a sports fan, increasing the number of subscriptions. So, therefore, a really good technique, Jim, is try and use, so for example, rather than using customers, for Sky it will be subscribers. For Tesco, it will be shoppers.
Yeah, exactly.
For Ryanair will be passengers. So that's what we want to try and get our answers to demonstrate. Great stuff, everyone. So yeah, we've got 2 minutes now for our final activity.
Okay. We won't rush it, but it's a nice one.
Oh, that's vinyl. And this is our vinyl activity as well. So if you pardon the pun. So Mel D is thinking of opening a record shop in Sunderland called That's Vinyl. Mel has always had a love of music and wants to turn this passion into a business. Mel has saved some money to invest and hopes the shop will attract music fans from across the area. Before going any further with his idea, Mel is considering carrying out some market research. So how might market research benefit Mel? So what we want is we know the benefits of market research. We want to apply it to, remember the business hasn't been set up yet. It's a consideration. How might market research benefit Mel D if he launches That's Vinyl? There's actually a new record shop opened in Sunderland last week, called Roker Records. So that's where I got the inspiration from for That's Vinyl.
Yep. So it's a new business, but he's got a passion for the business, hasn't it? So he'll know something about the market, probably a lot about the market, about what else is out there, retail, online.
Yeah, I think Ben's blown away with the puns here. So maybe Ben's new to the live streams, but so by researching the demographics of the area, they may be able to figure out what vinyls to stock. That's a great answer. Maybe people in Sunderland have, maybe they prefer jazz or something like that. Who knows? Because we're all very cultured here. So maybe that will allow him to stock more jazz records and therefore increase the number of shoppers who go to his record store. Yeah,
Nikita's making a similar point. So you might do some primary research, maybe stopping people carrying out a survey of people walk. What's that bridge that they've just installed in Sunderland over the river there?
The new footbridge to the stadium. When we saw
the regular Breeze Bridge, you could stop 100 people, couldn't you, and ask them, do you buy vinyl records? And if you do, what's your musical taste? And that would help you. That would be primary research that would help you understand potentially what the demand might be for your new store.
Yeah, if it's generally an elderly, demographic, then. So demographic segmentation, set prices and target potential customers through advertising. Some great answers here, and I'm loving the application. Which music is popular to increase foot traffic into the shop? I like that one, Ben. That's a really good one. Find which music is popular. For example,
traffic is about retail.
Is Taylor Swift popular in the Sunderland area? Then maybe stock more Taylor Swift. Who knows? Great answers. Great answer. So should we reveal it?
Thanks for those. Here's what Graham went with, who's a person from Sunderland and likes vinyl records.
Yeah, there's a lot of records appears a lot in the answers. So it could help Mel understand whether there's enough demand for a record shop in Sunderland by finding out how many people actually buy records.
That was Ben's point, wasn't it? That was Ben's point in the live chat.
Vinyl records, because records are vinyl, just records really, and what type of music they're interested in. He can make better decisions about what records to sell. That helps his cash flow, so he hasn't got his money tied up in records that don't sell. That ensures his shop appeals to the music taste of local shoppers. Record shoppers. It could also help Mel decide on the important aspects of the business, such as the pricing of records, where to look at the shop, by gathering information about competitors such as other music shops and how much customers are willing to pay. Mel can set record prices that are competitive but still profitable. This will allow him to position his shop more effectively in the local market, and make more confident decisions. So we can see there some good analysis there, with just a sprinkling of application. We know we're talking about a record shop by that answer, aren't we?
Yeah, we know exactly that. Yeah, no, I like that.
Good work, everyone.
Good stuff. Right. Well, we've covered a lot there. We've done some segmentation. We've done some market share, market size. We've even applied price elasticity of demand coefficients to work out a tricky calculation. And we've
Great
finished
question.
with some vinyl records. And it's almost like it was all pieced together. The John Lewis advert breaking yesterday, your
HMV at the start.
HMV in the start, vinyl records at the end. It's almost like there's been some thought put into this.
There's a lot of thought.
Thanks for finally putting some thought into one of these sessions, Graham. No, I appreciate it. Well done. And thanks to everyone who's joined us live. We're up and running again, aren't we? So keep going. We've got another 5 or 6 weeks, haven't we, until the festive break. If you're coming to Strong Foundations, let us know. Come say hello at the front of the cinema. Looking forward to doing those the week after next.
Our last live stream next week, is it, before we break? So our last one. Last one before Christmas.
Indeed. So enjoy, everyone.
We might do a Christmas special, Jim.
We could do. Don't forget, there's lots of other subjects as well doing them. So I know we've got, I think, biology is I think it's tomorrow, law, psychology, sociology, economics, and others. So have a look on the YouTube channel, Cheated YouTube channel, to see those coming up. And we will see you 6 o'clock next Wednesday. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, everyone. Bye-bye.
Cheers.